You are capable of achieving everything you set your mind to. You can have anything you desire. And even though you may doubt it at times, each of your dreams is attainable. You can embrace everything you imagine. You just need to learn how to make it possible. For some, it may be difficult to imagine such a perfect reality with such limitless capabilities. Yet, in reality, each one of us possesses this capacity, lying deep within us, dormant and waiting for us to awaken it at any moment, to use it in favor of our desires and the growth of our soul. Why couldn't you have what you desire so much? What makes you any less deserving of absolute happiness? What stops you from taking hold of everything you long for with your own hands? The true answer to these questions, is that absolutely nothing prevents you from achieving everything you want. The universe is designed to help us attain everything we envision. Every goal, every desired object and aspiration is within your reach, and you just need to be willing to take it, leaving behind the mental limitations you have imposed upon yourself over the years. Because these are the true obstacles you must learn to overcome. But they don't come from the outside. They are within you, and you must battle them until you eradicate them definitively. Many choose not to believe those who present them with this valuable information. They are conditioned by what they consider certain, confined by beliefs and ideas handed down by their ancestors and society as a whole, because it has succumbed to ignorance. That's why those who seek and embrace true knowledge shine like lights in the darkness. These souls achieve everything they desire, not because they are more deserving than others, but because they have embraced true knowledge and, guided by it, lead their lives in harmony and well-being. The universe is a fertile field ready for you to sow your intentions, and with its help, make everything you desire flourish. Every achievement is the result of a seed you have planted, which will inevitably grow and bless us. There is nothing the universe will not provide if we know how to ask for it, and the limits of what you can create are practically non-existent. I say practically because there are only two things the universe will not give you, even if you tirelessly seek them. This pair of restrictions, or rules if you prefer to call them that, are simple, and I assure you that they will in no way limit your dreams and desires. They are just very specific points in which the universe cannot fulfill our requests. The first of these restrictions is the manifestation of something that can harm another person, because the universe has the ability to detect if what you are seeking will harm another person in one way or another. Upon recognizing that this is the case, it will immediately block your request. The universe provides everything that those who inhabit it desire, but it does not condone attacks from one individual to another. Therefore, when confronted with such a request, it simply does not respond. If we take a moment to analyze this, it is not something negative or illogical. It is a safeguard of the universe for each and every soul that resides there. While you cannot manifest or create anything that harms others with your energy, other people also cannot create anything that is intended to harm you. It may seem straightforward to comply with, but it is very useful when it comes to creation. Not everyone possesses the same heart, and there are people who allow emotions such as anger or profound sadness to move them and drive their actions. Every event that occurs in our journey is a wonderful moment of learning. Even situations that touch and hurt the depths of our being have an explanation, a purpose, and a valuable lesson. Our soul is immersed in a marvelous journey of learning, discovery, absorption of knowledge, perfection, but above all, growth. That's why we must view everything objectively, not as an attack directed at us to somehow destroy us. Even what appears to be completely negative at its core hides a valuable lesson. It provides you with a powerful tool useful for the rest of your journey and gives you the push you need to get a little closer to your goals. So, every time we let ourselves be carried away by negative emotions and deep wounds, let's remember that the universe won't listen to requests that harm others. Understand that if this is happening in our lives, there is a reason beyond what is apparent. From the moment our perspective transforms to see things in this way, our desires and requests truly align with the universe to manifest in complete harmony. The universe never stops listening to us, and if your request is not being fulfilled, it's because it has not yet aligned with your being, or in the worst case, it has repercussions on another's life that will not be allowed. Transforming ourselves on a path of spirituality and understanding does not mean doing whatever we want. It implies that our goals will be fulfilled with the nobility they carry. We cannot turn our backs on knowledge just because, at some point, it doesn't benefit us. On our journey to create and manifest our dreams, one of the first lessons we have to learn is to seek things from an interest in personal growth and evolution, not just for the sake of harming someone else. Understanding this, we can move on to the second and last rule that the universe places upon you when granting everything you desire. It is equally as straightforward as the first. This second restriction tells us that we cannot create anything that takes away from another person. This also seems like a wonderful way for destiny to ensure that absolutely nothing we create can end up affecting another person, even when they are very close to us. At times, when something is not granted to us, it is also a tremendous blessing. Our understanding of things and the consequences of our desires is sometimes a bit limited, so we aim to make tangible things that are not genuinely good. Although everything carries a positive charge within itself, sometimes these desires align with events that can end up harming other souls. Something the universe cannot conceive and therefore avoids. If we focus on finding a common ground between these two rules, we can realize that the universe gives us the opportunity to create absolutely anything that is beneficial for us and does not hurt or negatively interfere with the realities and lives of others. Understanding this is taking one step closer to having absolutely everything, because even what seems grand or impossible to have becomes feasible in the infinite world of possibilities that the universe provides. Some may hear this and wonder, how is it possible? The answer is not difficult to give. It's because, in the universe, everything is energy. We ourselves are composed of energy, one that moves us and overflows from us to the universe. And as we well know, energy is not something that can be destroyed, no matter how much certain people may dislike the idea. Nothing that exists can be destroyed. Energy prevails in time and space, and it is only possible to transform it. But that is the positive part of it all. Every energy inhabiting the universe has the ability to transform into something better, or even something worse. The outcome of this transformation depends on the person handling the energy. You might see this as a magic trick from a professional illusionist, and indeed, there is some magic in our lives. However, it's more about changing everything that affects us based on our decisions and willpower. Even events and emotions represent energy, sometimes so powerful that it feels like it's pushing you to do things you wouldn't do under different circumstances. But beyond that, your will and direction should always prevail. When we learn to take the energies around us and mold them into what we want, pushing them towards a positive and beneficial extreme, that's when we have truly learned and overcome one of the most valuable lessons. This is the greatest skill one can acquire and is one of the soul's objectives from the moment it descends to this physical plane. As we know, the soul constantly seeks evolution, and to achieve that, it needs to master certain aspects of being. Among the things an individual needs to evolve is the recognition of their own power, strength, and value. It seems that as humanity progressed through time, it moved away from the knowledge about the power of our inner selves, because from the moment of creation, this internal quality has existed and was crucial and true for us. It's just that as humans, we turned our gaze to external aspects and all the things we could touch and handle with physical force, forgetting that the strength within us is 1,000 times more potent, capable of even moving the entire universe. No matter how big some things may seem, our minds can transform them, move them, and turn them in our favor. Imagine for a moment that your long-awaited dream comes true effortlessly on a terrestrial level. It goes beyond a fantastical vision. It is the hidden reality behind our being. Everything you need to make that goal possible is within you. Your being moves everything it needs. It commands, and the universe obeys without hesitation. As long as you adhere to the only two regulations of the universe, what you ask for and what you infuse with your strength will materialize as something tangible. It will become a part of your reality, and nothing and no one can prevent it. We cannot join the percentage of souls that have forgotten their power, thus letting it slumber within, eagerly awaiting the awakening when that divine gift within us is utilized once again. When we overlook the importance and potential we possess, we condemn ourselves to a life full of deficiencies and constant manifestations of our fears and doubts. A life that seems stagnant, hindering our progress on the path towards achieving our goals. We all have this gift, this inherent creative potential. We are born with it, an innate gift of humanity. The difference between individuals lies in how we recognize and put it into practice. It is crucial, even vital, that you look within yourself and acknowledge the immense power bestowed upon you by our Creator. Therein lies the key to a happy, fulfilling, and well-being life. We come here to be happy and have everything we desire. Anything that suggests otherwise is incorrect. Some individuals may reject the purpose with which we were created, feeling that deep within their being, there is no space for well-being. They believe they are different from others, as if others were created for well-being and they simply cannot. This may be a challenge that many must face, closely linked to the challenge of learning to manipulate energies in our favor. However, like every segment of our lives, these challenges are surmountable by all. Perhaps some souls exhibit more resistance than others, but ultimately, everyone can develop this ability and fully utilize their power. The only requirement to overcome this is to determine to do so and work on what blocks us from the depths of our being. This will entail confronting significant wounds and challenging limiting beliefs and ideals, which have inadvertently become part of our thinking. Allowing ourselves to break down the mental barriers that hold us back will involve tension and difficult moments, but the reward will be absolute harmony and the manifestation of a new and wonderful reality. However, even internal work and recognition of our capabilities are futile without a clear direction because we cannot move aimlessly and end up anywhere. It is always necessary to have a guiding principle. When I talk about setting a direction, I mean having a determination about what we want to achieve. This should encompass both the tangible and the intangible, what is physical and easy to manifest, but also what we cannot touch, laden with a value often surpassing any material possession. Many of you may have a clear understanding of what you desire, making this task much simpler than others. Yet, there is a concerning number of people who struggle to figure out what they want. It's not about some being more mature than others, because the crucial point is not to prove who is better than the other. The focus should be on working on ourselves and the evolution of our soul, because, in the end, the only certainty is that everyone will undergo this transformation. Each soul has its own needs and process, so we cannot template what each person seeks. This is more of a beautiful process of self-recognition and discovery. That's why, in our journey towards manifesting what we desire, the first indispensable step is to know what we desire, what we want, and what our goal is. When you sit down to ask yourself what you truly need, don't set goals based on necessity, because they won't truly represent what you desire. Instead, frame things from the perspective of what inspires you, motivates you, and brings you joy. In order to do this, you must remember that there is absolutely nothing that is not covered for you. Needs truly do not exist. They are mere illusions seeking to divert you from your goals. If, from the depths of your being, you believe and trust that the universe has already provided everything you might need on your journey, you give it permission to act and arrange everything so that indeed no need arises in your reality. That's why you must let go of the need and focus your mind on what you truly want to have, the things that call to your soul with such power and that you wish to embrace in your reality. Remember, you can have more than one goal. You can have a whole list. What matters is that you pursue them with strength and conviction. If your aspiration is to have a house, do it not out of necessity, but out of the fervent desire to have that space that is yours and can be designed to your complete liking. A space where you can be yourself fully, instilling all the values you consider important and managing the energies as you wish. Neither I nor anyone else can tell you what you should set as your goal. This is a very personal process, a choice that belongs to you alone. It allows you to be completely honest and transparent about what you desire and your essence. Whatever you choose is entirely valid and important. Others cannot judge the things that nourish your soul and your completeness. Allow your inner self to express freely and, from there, set your goal in sight. Remember, you cannot skip this step because the universe operates on requests. If you don't know what to ask for, you simply receive nothing. Your order is necessary for the delivery of this blessing to reach your reality. The universe is willing to give you everything you want and desire, but to receive it, you must ask. Like other people, the universe cannot give you something it doesn't know you want. The depth of each person combines with the incredible diversity that exists, allowing tastes and dreams to be so extensive and varied that the universe simply waits for you to express yourself and let it know what you seek. From that point, it aligns everything in your favor, puts each thing in its place, and ultimately makes that package loaded and designed for you manifest. Because what you dream of is already made for you, it belongs to you, and it will not be sent to any other soul. It's a precious, energetic package marked with your name, waiting to be sent the moment you give the order for it to happen. And you may wonder, how is it possible to be ready if I haven't determined it in my mind yet? The answer lies in your being's ability to determine what it wants, even before you are consciously aware of it. You may have never sat down to contemplate what you desired, but the moment you sincerely seek that answer, your mind immediately directs you. It's not just your mind, it's your soul speaking, indicating what it is walking towards, where it is guided, and what is meant for you. Remember that setting a direction not only helps you manifest it, but also allows your soul to lead you towards that goal. Let go of the human need to establish a perfect plan for everything we do. Don't tell yourself that you must do this, that, and the other. Just let the universe and your inner voice guide you. Release the illusion of control that dominates certain aspects of your life. This is a common mistake people make, desiring total control over everything, determining the forms and timings in which everything should happen. This inclination isn't just directed towards oneself, but is also projected onto others, as if some individuals possess absolute truth in their hands. The way each soul navigates towards the things it desires is highly personal and should be a secondary concern. The crucial aspect is to focus on achieving that goal. It doesn't matter if it is achieved in one way or another, if it happens or not within the time you consider reasonable. What truly matters is navigating with confidence and enjoying every part of this wonderful journey we are on, where there are thousands of insights to gain, blessings to receive, and wisdom and skills to acquire at every step. Two people can be seeking the same goal and not take the same path to achieve it. Each soul faces what has been set for it, learning to manage the energy surrounding it and its own. This is the core of everything that will happen going forward and the most basic step on the journey we embark on today. You just need to be honest with yourself, set in your mind what you desire, and let no one influence you in the midst of that process. Listen to your inner voice, because it will reveal everything you need to know. Trust it, because it is your connection to the universe and all that is divine. It is the guiding force that leads you and the one responsible for connecting with universal messages. Once you have clarity on what you are seeking, I will ask you to utilize visualization to imprint it in your mind. From this point onward, things flow more smoothly because being aware of what you want, visualizing how you want it, becomes easier. I urge you not to limit yourself, but on the contrary, let your imagination soar. Allow your mind to fly as high as it desires, guiding you to see everything it wants you to appreciate. Let the images of every minute detail come to you, their size, color, and brilliance. You can go as far as to perceive the scent, texture, absolutely everything you see, even the most insignificant details. If your mind allows it, perceive this goal with your other senses as well. Not only sight can aid us in this manifestation process, but also smell, touch, and even hearing can be powerful enhancers of this work, making the way we want things even more visible. It's important to emphasize that you should not limit the universe to delivering things in a specific form. However, through this exercise and the detailed way you visualize, you are not setting limits. Instead, you are drawing the way you would like things to be. The universe will understand you and observe how you generate that feeling of appreciation and joy just by thinking about what you seek. From there, it will allow this goal and you to come closer, shortening the time until you finally embrace that precious moment of happiness and joy. Because as important as your thoughts and the way you direct your mind are in achieving what you desire, the feeling that accompanies that thinking is equally crucial. This feeling is an integral part of your energy and holds more significance than we sometimes give it credit for. Often, we experience emotions that aren't necessarily positive and ignore them, letting them linger, waiting for the perfect moment to strike your being from the depths. Negative emotions can easily spoil all the work you do and are often generated by fear and uncertainty. Many times, in addition to blocking ourselves mentally, we also do it emotionally because we are afraid to allow ourselves to feel something so exciting in case things don't happen or end up unfolding in a way we didn't expect. Opening up to intensely feel each of the things we desire is not a sign of weakness or a door opening to put you in a vulnerable position. On the contrary, an open heart and soul ready to feel may have unlocked a powerful and useful weapon on its path. More than a sign of weakness, our ability to feel and maintain those positive emotions and energies within us is something wonderful, magical, and powerful. Daring to let positive energies flow through our entire being and convey the correct messages to the universe about what we desire is a perfect way to strongly pull that package that is made for us. Some people put on armor and build walls around themselves to avoid daring to feel or live the experiences that the universe offers them. For these individuals, feelings are synonymous with vulnerability, and like a safe, they refuse to open up to such things. It is a complete mistake to harbor such thoughts within us because there is no prescribed way we must live or experience. If this series of emotions has presented itself in the midst of our journey, it is for us to process them correctly and draw strength from them. We even have the ability to generate emotions about things that do not yet exist. This tool is not randomly placed in our lives. It is an extra special power unique to human beings. Imagine assembling a piece of furniture with extra parts that you think are unnecessary, and though the example might make you laugh, it's true. We've all been there. The truth is, everything in that box has a purpose, just as everything in us serves a function to aid our journey. Managing energies is only possible if we align our thoughts, expressions, and feelings in harmony with the universe and in total perfection. This makes it possible for our energy to transform the surroundings and reality presented to us. It's crucial to flow with every moment, process, and energy, enabling everything to come together better for you. From the balance generated within yourself, everything projected into your reality begins to look and feel different. However, there is also a downside to those negative energies attacking our feelings, and it can be quite challenging to deal with. It's doubt. Doubt is a powerful adversary to our plans, and it appears in the most unexpected moments. Doubt doesn't miss the chance to appear and rock our boat, making us feel like we might be foolish for dreaming, wasting our time, or even taking the wrong path. We must understand that one of the most effective ways to eliminate the feeling of doubt is through faith. Not only faith in our Creator or the universe, but also faith in ourselves and our powerful capabilities. When you feel confident in what you're doing and how you're directing your energy, doubt, no matter how much it wants to attack, won't be able to gain ground and will have to eventually retreat from the game. However, this is something that we can only develop through deep personal work and the fervent belief that we are wonderful beings, deserving and fully capable of achieving everything we set out to do. Let's understand that we are complete beings, made in the image and likeness of our Creator, loaded with abilities and power. We came to this plane to learn, improve, and live in complete well-being. The world is simply at our feet. But it's understandable that you might want to know what will happen in a couple of years, to at least take a brief look at how the results of your work will be reflected. Because we all get excited about the idea of seeing our desires manifest, it gives us an impressive sense of accomplishment. And since I'm aware of this, I'm going to give you a powerful exercise, from which you can take a brief look at what has been crafted for your future from the present. This is an exercise where concentration and tranquility are crucial, so I ask you to find a place to be in complete calm. A warning I have to give you is that even with a lot of concentration, some people may not be able to visualize as a result of this exercise, and in some cases, this implies that there isn't yet an exact outcome for your work, perhaps because it is still uncertain. Another reason why it may not be possible to quickly visualize what is written for your future from your actions in the present is of a confidential nature, and your being is not yet prepared to see it. Therefore, the universe blocks it to avoid harming the work being done. But still, I extend an invitation to try, because perhaps you may succeed and be pleasantly surprised by what lies on the horizon for your being. So, find your space of tranquility, sit down, relax your body, and let yourself be guided by my voice and instructions. Just as you have relaxed your body, I ask you to clear your mind. Take 3 deep breaths, holding the air in each of them, and then exhale very slowly. You will gradually clear your mind until it becomes blank. Once in this state, proceed to imagine yourself in front of a grand staircase ascending to the sky, with the destination out of sight. See those large and imposing steps and start climbing one by one. Feel how you ascend more and more until suddenly you reach a floor, which is the antechamber of everything that is to come. Upon reaching this floor, you see a completely clear space that culminates in a wall with 3 doors. Approach that wall, walk slowly toward those doors, and visualize them. Each of these doors has a number. One is marked with the number 1, the other with the number 3, and the last one with the number 5. These are not random numbers. They represent the number of years into the future you will see. In other words, if you enter door number 3, you will see 3 years into the future from the current moment. The determination of which door to enter will be yours, but you must do it with firmness and conviction. Once you choose the door, open it and step inside. As you enter, a dense fog will cover you, but you must keep walking with confidence because as you progress, this fog will dissipate. There will come a moment when there is no fog, and you will see how you have arrived at a place which may be familiar or unfamiliar. This is the place where you will position yourself in the future, in that time you have chosen to explore. Pay close attention to everything around you, and if there are people in that space, observe them well. If you don't know them, see their faces and retain them in your mind. Once you have done that, turn your gaze because you are going to detail the house where you live at that time. Look closely at the details that adorn it. Feel its smell, sense its energy. Turn your gaze once again. This time you're going to see what you do. Feel yourself in that space where you develop your work, professionally or academically. Pay attention to every detail and cherish it in your mind. After doing that, you are going to find your way back to the fog. Even though you may not see anything, walk with the certainty that you will return to that antechamber. After taking a few steps, you will find yourself coming out of that door and you will close it behind you. Walk through the antechamber and find the stairs and slowly descend until you reach the point where you started. You will return to your current state, feel yourself falling back onto your body, open your eyes and grab pen and paper to write down what you have seen before it fades from your mind. This is truly what the future holds for you, and you should use this information wisely as motivation to continue and as a diagnosis of what needs improvement. This is a wonderful experience, and I would appreciate it if you could go to the comments and let me know if you have succeeded. If you enjoyed this content, I ask for your support with a like on this video and encourage you to subscribe to this channel to continue exploring the waters of true knowledge together. Remember, this is a space for the growth of all, so feel free to invite anyone you feel needs or would enjoy it. I'll be very happy to welcome them, and let's all meet in our next edition. Until then, I send you light and wish you success.